welcome to my garden. Looks like we have one more day that I'm going to be able to work out here. So I want to try to make an arbor for this space. To build this arbor, I'm going to be using concrete rebar. These are 10-foot long steel bars that are used to reinforce concrete. Using a shorter piece, I'm making a pilot hole, just hammering it in. I found out quickly though that they don't come out so easily, so every few inches you go down, wiggle it a little bit and even pull it out. That way it'll be easier to come out. I am not using exact measurements. I'm just eyeballing it and see what looks good to me. I'm using 2 of these rebar on each side, so I need to do this 3 more times. I should have worn gloves for this project. The metal is not too nice to your hands trying to pull it out. So I kind of just centered this on to this opening here. I think it's about 5 feet wide. It did take quite a fair amount of pounding these stakes in to get the holes dug. Now that I have all 4 pieces of rebar in the ground, I'm just going to connect them at the top with a black zip tie, making an X so that I can put this in between them to make my top. Now to disguise the concrete rebar, I'm just going to use some grapevine that I have. And I'm just going to wind this around and make a trellis on either side so that this is easy for vines to grow up. To give it a little more stability, because the holes that I stuck the rebar in are a little wider, I'm sticking some of these thicker pieces of grapevine in the holes too. And by the time I got all of the grapevine wound around and connected, it's quite sturdy. If you cemented these in, it would be very sturdy for just about anything to grow on. I'm not going to be growing anything really heavy on this arbor. Maybe some peas in the spring and clematis in the summer. I'm not sure. Well, that's all the grapevine that I have for now, but I like the way it turned out. These are about $6 each, so it was less than $30 to build this arbor. This turned out so well, it's really given me some ideas of different ways I can use these in the garden to make more trellises and arbors. It would be really easy to connect a bunch of these together and use in place of a cattle panel, for instance. I like how it's kind of whimsy. We have the other 2 arches that are heavier wood, and so I really didn't want to crowd the space with another heavy wood structure like this. I think this is perfect.